American. My grandfather, Sanichi Uemaruko, was born in Hawaii. My grandmother was born in Hiroshima. Our last name is originally Uemaruko, but it was shortened by my grandfather, mainly for business purposes, because it was easier to pronounce and to remember by other nationalities. They just don't get the Uwe part. And my grandfather worked and purchased a bicycle shop in Fresno, Chinatown, when automobiles were non-existent. Yet, and then Maruko Cyclery, which later became a Honda motorcycle dealership. My grandmother, Kou Uemaruko, was a member of the Fujinkai, which is now the Fresno Buddhist and Women's Association. She became the president of the Fresno Buddhist Fujinkai in 59, 63, and 74. She was also a representative of American Buddhist Fujinkai at the Buddhist World Convention, which was held in Kyoto, Japan in 1970. Grandma served as chairperson at the All-American Fujinkai Conference held in San Francisco in 74 as also. Also, she was nominated for the Mother of the Year Award in 78. So I remember our family observing Japanese events, entering around the Buddhist temple, Ohigan, Hanamatsuri, Obon, Girls' Day, and Boys' Day. So I would say attending temple service both is a personal practice and a family tradition. My grandfather, Sanichi Uemaruko, was kind of involved with the Betsuin as well. He and Reverend, at that time, started Byakudokai, a Buddhist study class, which Reverend Kaz has recently brought back a revived group on the daily practice of Jodo Shinsu with the emphasis on melodic chanting in the celebration of the Fresno Betsuin upcoming 125th anniversary. My dad stated why the Byakudokai was started is when students from Japan, male students from Japan, came to the U.S. to English to learn English, which was provided by the Fresno State. The students stayed at the Kishikusha building next to the church on the 3rd floor. The students' leisure time was spent participating a lot with the Chinese lottery in Chinatown. The Chinese lottery gambling places were located in the back room of the businesses, and runners from the underground tunnels would collect the entries. So the Fujinkais observed some of the students entering the lottery locations, and they were concerned about the observation of the Fujinkais. They told my grandmother, who then told my grandfather. My grandfather said, "Oh, this doesn't sound good." My grandfather said, and he went to see the Reverend on what could be done about the situation to not allow students to be involved with the gambling places, which would not be a good reputation for the church as well and for the young students. My grandfather said, we don't want men to be going to the gambling joints, and then when they go back to Japan, when their parents would ask, "What did you learn in the United States?" And they would say, "We learned how to gamble." So I believe that attending temple service helps relate to both my daily and spiritual life in the meaning and teaching of everyday Buddhism. Buddhism is a way of life rather than a religion of belief where one can find peace, joy, harmony within our own environment. Whatever exists in your life is the result of karma, the interconnectedness of others, and life continual change. No external agent is responsible for your happiness or misery. It's all up to you. The path to reach this way of life is through the Nembutsu, the teaching of the Buddha, which starts and ends with gratitude and appreciation. My meaningful aspects of service would be the meaning of the chanting, which is form of expressing gratitude and appreciation. I would express this gratitude and appreciation to our daily lives on those who have passed on, attained Buddhahood. Those we know who have passed on have given us an opportunity to gather, remember, and celebrate their memory, and to complicate on their generosity and dedication, which have brightened our lives when they were alive, even after they passed, for praising the Buddha. The teachings on messages in attending service have given me a mindset of a better understanding of Jodo Shinshu, in which one attains enlightenment by living as you are and reciting the Nembutsu. Gratitude is the important practice that embraces our ordinary lives as a spiritual journey. Attitude is our determination on how we see ourselves in modern life, and therefore determines how we navigate through constant changes and challenges. So if we are to live fully in our ordinary lives, we must live fully in the present moment. So in the moment of gratitude, we must no longer experience and encounter the three poisons of anger. Anger, greed, and ignorance. We cannot be stressed, frustrated, discouraged, unhappy, and negative thoughts and feelings not enter our minds, body, and spirit. We become predisposed to acts of kindness. The experience of gratitude is incompatible with negative attachments and desires. Instead, we become settled and free in a spirit of well-being. Jodo Shin Buddhism is a religion that teaches us to increase the moments of gratitude in our lives and to extend the length of those moments as a means for achieving happiness, harmony, and freedom in our life, and as a door to active kindness. Awareness is the full presence and unbeatable moment of preciousness of our life, of all that have given us, which the realization of the present moment has given us, a transformation of profound, deep gratitude from our experiences. This gratitude is one that comes from deep humility to look to well-being of others and not look down on anyone. An example is when we pause and look at something incredibly beautiful and we are bathed in incredible sadness and loneliness in those moments. We are humbled and embraced not only by the object or events which we are grateful, but by that universal love beyond our understanding. So in closing, the profound awareness and gratitude is the voicing of the words of Namo Amida Butsu. This sound of gratitude is expressed when we, in that instant, how we realize how fortunate we are in this life, how we are embraced by the beauty that surrounds us, by the people who love us, or response coming from our innermost being is the sound of thank you, of gratitude. Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you. That's all I have.